Today's video contains a paid partnership with VINADER, one of my absolute favorite jewelry brands. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all things holiday or Christmas party outfits, and I'm going to be sharing some of my best tips with you, both in terms of styling, and I'm going to talk you through some staples that I tend to always kind of grab this time of year when we have all of those festive occasions coming up. And we're going to be starting with a newer purchase, which is a burgundy colored silk shirt. So by now I think most of my wardrobe is secondhand. I think probably 80% of my wardrobe is secondhand, and this is also a piece that I found secondhand. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have my everyday wear wardrobe, and then I have just a little bit of a mini capsule wardrobe for occasion wear on the side. Just a few core pieces that I rarely would wear on a day-to-day basis, but I would definitely wear for a special occasion. And what you'll see with these is that they're often separate, so I can easily style them up or down. I can make them as dressy as I want to, depending on the event or the occasion. I can wear them with everyday wear and kind of style them down a little bit if the event is a little bit more casual. So starting with the silk shirt that I just mentioned, this is such a beautiful color, and I think a great alternative to the classic red color if you feel like that is a little bit intense. So if you want a more understated version of red, I think a burgundy is such a beautiful alternative and a beautiful choice. Something else I love wearing for pretty much any special occasion is a really simple slip top. This is a couple of years old from Cézanne, and it has a lovely broderie anglaise detail at the neckline here, and it's in this beautiful soft white color, so it's super versatile and easy to style. I've worn this with jeans and a blazer. I've worn it with a suit, so really again, that's the power of separate. You can really dress them up and down. And I think a piece like this, you can't really go wrong with it. It's such a nice and subtle way and an easy way to make your outfits feel just a little bit more fancy. I tend to wear a strapless t-shirt bra underneath my slip tops. Usually I'll go for something in a color close to my skin tone, just so that it becomes less visible that I'm wearing something underneath it. Then I actually have a jumper here, a sweater, which might be a little bit odd, but hear me out on this one. I feel like this time of year a lot of people will invest in like Christmas jumpers, and again, they're very restricted to this specific time of year. So just if you want some pieces in your wardrobe that you can wear pretty much all through the year, I think any sweater or any jumper can be made into like a Christmas sweater if you just have the right accessories to pair it with, or if you give it some contrast, for example, with a pair of dress pants and a pair of lovely heels, and then maybe a pair of statement earrings like I'm wearing today. So yeah, a basic sweater, maybe in a bit of an unusual shape, maybe something with balloon sleeves or bell sleeves or something to kind of elevate it a little bit, and then you can just dress it up with some nice jewelry. Speaking of jewelry, as mentioned earlier, this video is sponsored by VINADER, which is by far one of my favorite jewelry brands. I rarely leave the house without jewelry, whether it's for everyday or for special occasions. And a lot of these pieces I'm wearing today, you'll have seen me wear them before. So during the Christmas season or for any sort of like special occasion, I like to kind of layer my jewelry a little bit more. And that's what I really like about the VINADER collections. They're super interchangeable and versatile, and you can really like stack different necklaces. You can create different stacks of earrings, bracelets, and they have some pretty nice statement pieces as well. So a good example is the heirloom hoops that I'm wearing today. I actually tend to wear these a lot for every day, but then for special occasions I like to put on this pearl pendant, and I feel like that's a really nice way to elevate a look, to give it that bit of sparkle that we all love when we're going to like a special occasion or during the festive season. I think it's a nice way to do Christmas sparkles, but again in a slightly more understated way. So for example, the sweater I showed you before, I would totally wear that with like a slick back bun to elevate the look of that cozy jumper and make it feel a little bit more streamlined. And then I would just wear a pair of bigger statement earrings like this little combination that I'm wearing today to kind of give it that elegant festive feel. So if you don't know Monica Vinader, all of their pieces are made out of 100% recycled sterling silver and 18 karat gold vermeil. And any pieces that have gemstones or diamonds or pearls, these will all be ethically sourced. All of the packaging is also made from recycled materials, and the packaging itself is also recyclable. What I also really like about Monica Vinader is that they have a repair and rewear program to help prolong the life of your jewelry so that you can wear what you have more and buy less new pieces. So Monica Vinader is generally just a go-to brand of mine when I want to add new jewelry to my wardrobe, because they have this holistic approach to sustainability, and their whole business ethos is something that aligns really well with my own values. I will be styling up these pieces throughout the video, so if you see something you like, make sure to check the description box down below. So jewelry to add that bit of sparkle is something I find really nice, especially for special occasions and around the holiday season. Let's continue with a few more staples before getting into some actual styling tips. So I have had these black trousers from Arcade for some years now, I think since 2018 probably. I recently had them taken in just a little bit at the waist so that they fit a little bit more snug around the waist and butt area. And they're actually part of my everyday wardrobe, but again, that's the power of separates. I feel like a classic pair of trousers like these worn with a nice top, some nice jewelry, some nice shoes is a great way to dress up a little bit more. So these are definitely another staple of mine. Finally, let's stick with tailoring. I have a few extra pieces here that I'd like to show you. First, let's start with this gray blazer from Everlane, the herringbone blazer that I've had for years now. Again, another piece that I wear a lot during every day, but something I also often throw on for a special occasion. I went to a Christmas party last year where I wore this with the little slip top and then a pair of jeans and then my metallic pumps, and that was such a great look for me. I felt super comfortable and I felt very much like myself. Even for special occasions, I think it's important to feel like yourself. It's important to feel comfortable in what you wear, even if you dress up a little bit more. Sticking with blazers, I also have my sage green blazer with the matching tailored trousers here. So tailoring, and especially like a power suit like this, is something I always tend to grab if I have a special occasion coming up. And again, that's the power of separates. I love that I can wear these pieces together for a more dressy look, or I can wear just the pants with a classic shirt, or I can wear the blazer with a pair of jeans if I want things to be a little bit more casual. For shoes, I have two pairs of shoes here that I want to show you. One pair is my metallic pumps from Valentino that I bought secondhand almost 4 years ago now. I love these shoes and I wear them all the time for almost any special occasion, not just for Christmas, but also during spring and summer. They have a really manageable heel, which is something I appreciate. Again, comfort is so important for me also when I go out. So yeah, a really nice low block heel there. And then of course, because they have this shine, they have this metallic finish, which, as mentioned earlier, with the jewelry, the silk shirt, adding that sparkle is something I think is a really nice way to elevate your regular occasion wear to being a little bit more festive and appropriate for Christmas and New Year's. So these are definitely another go-to, and I feel like I can wear them with anything and it just instantly feels more Christmassy. Then I also recently added these. So these are a pair of slingback kitten heel pumps. I bought them secondhand recently, and they're in this lovely midnight blue color, which is just so beautiful, and I think a great alternative to the classic black if you want to try something else. I actually have been debating whether or not to buy a pair of shoes like this for such a long time. I actually ditched them off my wish list a while back because I was like, well, where would I wear these shoes? And I don't have a lot of special occasions to go to, but I think it's gonna be nice to have just one more pair of special occasion shoes that I can switch between, so that if I'm not in the mood for the metallic pumps, I have these. And they have, again, a really manageable heel. It's only a little kitten heel. It's just such a classic shoe that I've been thinking about adding to my wardrobe for so many years now that I decided to do it this time around, and I'm really excited to start styling these. Mix and match. So I've mentioned a couple of times throughout the video now that I really love separates, and The reason for this is that it becomes easier to mix and match pieces. It becomes easier to manipulate the look that you're wearing depending on how dressy or how casual the event is. So you could play around with pairing a dressy top with a more casual bottom, or vice versa. You could pair a more dressy bottom with a slightly more casual top. Like you could even wear a more sparkly blouse with a pair of jeans. I find that to be such a cool look, and then elevate it with a nice pair of heels, some nice earrings. And if you're someone who tends to freeze a lot around the winter season, you could always wear like a thin roll neck under your dresses or even under your fancier blouses to get some of that like wintry styling going and to make sure that you stay warm, because as mentioned earlier, comfort is key always. Accessorize. So as I also mentioned earlier, I think accessorizing your outfits accordingly is also an easy way to take an outfit from day to night. That could be a belt, it could be a nice bag, or again, jewelry. I find that to be such a great way to update your look. You can create a nice little earring stack and make a slick back bun, or you can layer some bigger necklaces together to create a nice and eye-catching look. Belts is also something that you could play around with a little bit more, so you could even wear it on top of a blazer to create interest around the waist and to elevate the look a little bit more. And I think it's a great way to make any look a little bit more sophisticated. Play with colors. I mentioned burgundy already as a nice festive color. Of course, we also have red as that like classic Christmassy kind of color. So if you do like the classic red, which I do find very beautiful, either that being for a lip, nails, or maybe a cool blazer even. I also think chocolate, navy, deep green, like all of those kind of deep wintry colors are also super wearable for this time of year, and definitely something you can add to your Christmas party looks as well if you want to add a pop of color. As much as I love wearing all black looks, I think adding a pop of color is a nice way to add some more personality to your outfits. DIY embellishments or a brooch. Something else you could play around with is maybe DIY embellishments if you love a good little DIY project, whether that being sewing some sparkles or some pearls on an older piece you already have. I also find a brooch to be such an easy way to add a little bit of an understated sparkle. Again, I keep coming back to this word understated, but that's really what I prefer. But I think a nice Christmassy touch to a blazer could also be achieved by wearing a brooch. Glamorous makeup. Finally, don't forget hair and makeup. It could be just a subtle lip color, maybe a little bit more shimmer around the eyes or some highlighter. I find a slicked back bun, especially if you're wearing a slightly more casual or slouchy outfit, is a nice way to balance it out and elevate it, make it feel more polished and streamlined. So yeah, definitely don't forget the power of hair and makeup when you're putting together your festive outfits, and make sure to balance things out. So there you have it, guys, some of my special occasion Christmas party go-to staples and some of the styling tips that I rely quite heavily on this time of year when I dress up for special occasions. I really hope you enjoyed this video. A huge thank you to Monica VINADER for sponsoring this video. Do make sure to check out the description box down below if you saw something you like in this video. There will also be a discount code for you down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more slow fashion content as well. I would love to have you here. And with that, I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye guys.